This morning on DC News Now, Hurricane Helene wreaking havoc on Southwest Virginia. How local first responders are assisting in the rescue efforts. September showers continue, tracking how long the rain, mist, and fog's going to stick around through the week. And dock workers threatening to strike.
Pretty much the wheels stop turning at that point.
What a work stoppage means for stores as the holiday season approaches. Plus, childhood obesity on the rise, advice from doctors on keeping kids happy and healthy. And a record-breaking win for Jaden Daniels.
We still got room to go from there. How much can we learn?
The Commanders taking the lead in the NFC East.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning, and thanks for starting your Monday with us here on DC News Now. It is 7 o'clock. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Yeah, good morning to you. I'm Corey James. Shanika's keeping an eye and track on the commute this morning for you to get you out the door. We'll have the latest from her in just a second. Let's turn things over to Jackie. Starting off with that Monday morning forecast. A bit wet out there. I feel like it makes me want to just stay in bed, you know?
I was thinking the exact same thing, but somehow we made it to work. Somehow we got here, and we're tracking more of that scattered rain across the area to keep you inside. Again, if you do have to head out, make sure you grab the rain gear. You will need it. The wet weather continuing to move its way across our area. This is associated with the leftover moisture from Helene. So yes, still impacting our area with some more of that wet weather. A wider view showing us we still have a little bit more of the shower activity just down towards our south. So showers will be on and off through that morning commute. Then we should see a brief break aside from a little bit of that drizzle from some of the cloud cover, and eventually a bit more of the shower activity later on today. Visibility reduced down about 9 miles in DC, far less than that over towards Lexington Park, where we're down to 2 miles. Even less than that over towards Woodstock, where we're down about a mile of visibility. Now, if you're trying to plan out the rest of your day today, it will be a struggle for those temperatures to make it out of the 60s. So we're talking about high temperatures varying upper 60s to around 70 degrees thanks to the clouds, the showers, and also that persistent northeast wind. I'll have more details of the rest of that 7-day coming up. Shanika, what do you see on the roads?
All right, good morning. 7 o'clock, we're seeing major issues out there. This is out of Montgomery County, Bethesda. You could see the slow movement here. Now, this is right on the inner loop. We have a crash right near 355, right in the 270 spur, and you are seeing major congestion there. So I would avoid the inner loop right in the 270 spur if you can. On the outer loop, you're slow as well, but that starts right near 650 New Hampshire Avenue. We have a couple of other crashes, Annapolis Road right near Varnum Street, and 270 through Urbana heading southbound. You're seeing slow movement there as well. We have this one crash right near Maryland 80.
Shanika, thank you. More help right now is making its way to Virginia after Helene leaves behind some damage.
President Biden approved the emergency declaration to make federal assistance available to help those counties that are impacted by this storm. Our Yamari Sase is in the studio this morning. So Yamari, what areas are going to get this help?
Yeah, good morning, Corey and Tanaya. Well, the southwestern part of Virginia saw a lot more of the impact from Helene over the weekend with heavy rains and winds causing a lot of flooding and damaging homes. Now, as they start to recover, rebuilding is going to cost some money, but now they'll have federal assistance to do just that. Now, President Joe Biden approved the emergency declaration on Sunday, and this allows the Department of Homeland Security and FEMA to coordinate disaster relief efforts and provide more assistance in the Grayson, Smith, Tazewell, Washington, Wise with counties, and also the city of Galix. Now, crews from Arlington County Fire were in Southwest Virginia helping with the emergency efforts. And you can see them working in this video, trying to help out over about 10 people to safety after floodwaters overtook a bridge in Damascus. Now, teams from Prince William County and Stafford County, as well as Virginia State Police, were also there helping out. In total, they made more than 50 rescues over the weekend. Now, as cleanup efforts continue, they're working to ensure those in need are getting all the essentials they need, including water and food. Reporting in the studio, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
Thank you, Marie. Parts of North Carolina also recovering from Helene. State officials say the storm caused a lot of flooding and damaged roads there, as you can see. Crews performed dozens of water rescues, including one rescue effort saving 41 people in Asheville. Officials say they are planning to airlift food and water to areas affected by flooding today. So far, officials say 30 people have died. President Biden expected to visit North Carolina sometime this week.
Time right now was 7:04 on this Monday morning. This morning, Maryland State Police are asking for your help in finding dash camera footage of an alleged road rage incident in Montgomery County. Now, they say this road rage shooting took place on I-270 near Shady Grove Friday evening. Officials say a white Dodge Durango was hit multiple times by bullets. They say the driver of the SUV, though, was not injured. Police are looking for dark color car with a Maryland license plate. They believe 2 men driving the car are responsible for the shooting. Anyone with dash cam video is asked to contact police.
And Fairfax County Police say that a man was killed by a hit and run in Hybla Valley. Now, police responded to Route 1 and Woodlawn Trail Thursday morning. Officials say James Martin was crossing Route 1 outside of a crosswalk when he was hit by a car. Now, he died at the scene. The driver of the vehicle left before police arrived. Officials identified the driver the next day, but they are still trying to determine if speed or alcohol was a factor in that crash. And in the district, the Office of Unified Communications hosted a meeting about its current staffing on Friday. OUC Director Heather McGaffin said there has been an increased demand for 911 services. Now, she and the 911 center have both come under fire for drop calls and long response times. McGaffin said the OUC was able to increase staffing by offering attendance and hiring bonuses. And starting tomorrow, it's the beginning of the end for the D.C. circulator. DDOT
announcing the complete phase out of service for buses. And one of the first lines on the chopping block is going to be in Roslyn. D.C. News Now's Liberty Simmons is live this morning there with some details on how riders can adjust with this change. Liberty, good morning.
Good morning, Corey and Tanaya. Well, the shutdown of the circulator has many people upset, especially riders who depend on it and operators who drive it. And you can see a circulator bus here behind me. We are at the Roslyn DuPont Circle stop, and service at this stop will shut down as early as tomorrow. So where will riders be able to go? Well, the Washington Metro Transit Authority plans to add service to Route 38B between Roslyn and Farragut Square during peak weekend hours. WMATA says the change will help with the increased demand during the weekends. WMATA is also proposing an agreement between the district and Metro to increase the budget and provide additional services as the circulator phases out. The circulator is a popular bus system that travels throughout D.C. and Arlington with 6 routes. It serves an average of 5,200 riders a day with service at each stop arriving every 10 minutes. But the District Department of Transportation announced the service will terminate completely by the end of this year.
I usually take this bus 3 times a day, and it's going to affect me a lot. So now I have to find out how can I get another way to go to my work every day.
And WMATA also says that it will continue to make more adjustments to enhance and add service along 3 more routes in December. For now, live here in Arlington, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Thank you, Liberty. Well, WMATA announcing it has a surplus of about $28 million. The agency says this comes even with ridership falling slightly lower than expectations. It was announced during a meeting to talk about the return of automatic train operators. Now, WMATA says that the revenue for 2024 came to be about $34 million less than anticipated, but total expenses ended up being $62 million less than Metro had originally budgeted for.
All right, if you drive in Arlington, there's some changes coming for you. For the 3rd time this year, the county is adjusting prices of some metered parking spots. Parking spaces in the Roslyn, Boston, and Richmond highway corridors are going to be impacted. A lot of parking spaces will also go up in price, and some will even see a price drop. In some cases, the cost to park will be changed based on the time of day. The price adjustments are part of a pilot program, and the county says the overall goal is to make sure drivers do not park in the same spot all day.
And there are some plans to make streets safer in Western Maryland. City leaders in Hagerstown are working to get more federal dollars to build on the work they've already done. Engineers are now working on designing traffic routes for cars, cyclists, and people walking on the streets. They've already installed directional barriers and added speed cushions to Dual Highway. This is all in the hopes of slowing drivers down and cutting down on deadly crashes.
It's really up to the Department of Transportation, since they have jurisdiction over Dual Highway, and so it's going to be, I think they want to review the data, see how effective this has been, and then they'll make decisions about the future.
The purpose of this action plan is to put the city in a position where it knows what improvements need to happen where, and then secure federal funding through the Safe Streets for All grant program.
City leaders hope to secure the money from the federal Safe Streets program before the end of the year. Country music superstar and A-list Hollywood actor Kristofferson has died.
Yeah, a family spokesperson says Kristofferson died at his home in Hawaii yesterday. He was 88 years old. Now, starting in the late 1960s, the Brownsville, Texas native wrote classics as Sunday Morning Coming Down, Help Me Make It Through the Night, and For the Good Times. As an actor, he played the leading man opposite of Barbara Streisand, Ellen Burstyn, and Wesley Snipes. He retired for performing and recording in 2021, making only occasional guest appearances on stage. Time right now coming up on 7:10 on this Monday morning. It's victory for the Commanders.
That is right. How QB Jaden Daniels is setting records in his rookie season. Plus, global soccer coming to the DMV. Local businesses getting excited for visiting fans.
And let's take a live look outside this morning. A little bit of rain starting the day, Jackie.
Yeah, we're tracking the cloud cover and those scattered rain showers across the area. So expect those roadways to be damp and expect that you will need the umbrella at times, not only this morning, but through the day today. I'll have more details, the timing, and look at that 7-day right after the break.